For another review. Today we've got a beer from Arbor Ales down in Bristol, and this is the Café Crème. Let me put it that way as well. So this is one of the newer, well, it's not perhaps so much new these days, for because I'm well behind the curve on supermarket beers this year, but this is one that come out in M&S. I don't know actually when. I assume it was during the UK wide lockdown, which started on the 23rd of March. I think it was before that or around about that time. I'm sure someone will tell me. But so this is a coffee and chocolate stout then from Arbor, 440ml can, but they do like they do 560 something like proper tall boy cans. A good friend of mine got this for me. I think he got it in M&S in Whitstable, but not too sure. So this is a 6.9% ABV coffee stout. So what have we got here? Where's the English part for the ingredients? That's the bit I want to get, unless it's just the big bold part at the top. So it says luxurious oatmeal stout brewed with freshly ground coffee and roasted cocoa or cacao nibs is the right word in there. Brewed and canned in the UK by Arbor Ales, 181 Eastern Road, Bristol. arborales.co.uk, the website. I think I've reviewed like 1 or 2 beers from them. Not a hell of a lot. It's actually a solid can, it's not soft or anything, so I'm just doing the old squeeze test, which is always a good thing to do when you're in the supermarkets. Give them a squeeze test. If they're really kind of like soft and the finger moves inwards on the can, don't buy it. Just a little tip there. So let's crack into it. I'm waffling away here. So it's a black top to the can. Nice hiss, and again it's one that's it's actually quite a nice coloured head on that one, slightly tanned. Apologies about the other brewery on the glassware, but it's like I've got 1 or 2. I need to get some like plain style glasses that have got a bit of thickness to them. That looks really nice in the glass, I must admit. Get that out of the way so you can see. So it's about a 1 finger, creamy, kind of milky, sort of pronounce that. It's kind of a slightly tan coloured head, I guess. But yeah, it looks really nice in the glass. Loads of like more like a mousse than bubbles. Outside edge there's a lot of thicker bubbles, but in the middle it's like a chocolate mousse. It looks really good. So on appearance looks cracking. Into the light then it's jet black. So yeah, 6.9%. This is part of I don't know if it's still going on, but certainly up to like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I got this off my mate, because I've been like self-isolating for a family member, which you probably already know about. Obviously we come out of lockdown now and I'm tentatively going out a little bit, but before that nothing at all. So that's hence why I've not done all these getting as soon they come out, all these supermarket beers, and I've got a fair few down in the fridge, but I've got another 2 or 3 from M&S coming up, so lots of waffle. I forget my train of thought now. So yeah, jet black. Let's get an aroma then on this Café Crème. Yeah, it's really actually quite strong on the coffee. It's more of a espresso coffee. Having been to Portugal over the last 5 years, probably about 5 or 6 times, and cafes you know, in Portugal at least, are, and probably like many other parts of the Mediterranean basin, cafes are like in the UK pubs, although obviously there's a lot of cafes in the UK now, different chains of course, but there it's more of like a proper social kind of thing. And espressos are probably one of the coffees that people go for, you know, and they're very cheap. I think you can have like it's either €1 or 75 cents for an espresso. You know, obviously it's very small, but even still, and then you come back to the UK and they're like £2 or whatever. You know, it's proper crazy. And that's what it's reminded me of. It's definitely got that strong coffee, thick coffee presence, a little bit of kind of roasty bitterness as well from the malts. There's a slight kind of toastiness as well. Let's go straight in then. I've been waffling for a while. Cheers. Incidentally, it was in the fridge and it's been out of the fridge for about 2 hours, so it's slightly cooler than room temperature. It's quite warm in here. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's pull the rest of it in. I want to reinforce the head a bit, so I'm going to be a bit more aggressive. It didn't really happen. It's very smooth, but yeah, real roasty, toasty coffee, malty bitterness to the beer. Body wise, yeah, I mean, it's probably a lower end of a medium, which is, for the ABV and everything considered, is perhaps a little bit surprising. I'd expect at least a straight down the middle medium, but yeah, it's got a real proper, it's cold brew coffee, cold black coffee that's cooled down feel. It's proper full on. Probably not the best thing to drink at 1:20 in the morning, but I'm a bit of a night owl anyway, so for me, not too much of a problem, because when I'm tired I'll sleep. That's it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, everyone else, I mean, could you have this for, you know, for your breakfast? I mean, depending on your situation and you know, your life and the way things are. I mean, if I was on my own, etc., I reckon, yeah, I certainly late morning I could have one of these. Say you're going out with your mates for the day or whatever, and you just want something just to perk you up a little bit before you perhaps go for lunch. Crack one of these open, I would. I mean, 3 of them for £5 is an absolute steal. Absolute steal. It's not a bad beer at all. They're a good brewery, these are. Arbor. They're really good. I should review more of these their beers. Underrated. It's probably one of the underrated. There's quite a lot of breweries that are underrated in the UK. They just don't get the airtime. No, I think they should. I've always liked Arbor. I've had their beers on cask over the years, even like pre-reviewing and stuff, and they've always been generally a very solid brewery. Always. I mean, even this, you know, a supermarket offering this of a quality that There's a few breweries that on their own, very good. They go to the supermarkets and there's a drop off, I find, or very much an inconsistency. And I've said it in other supermarket kind of beer reviews. There's an inconsistency, even with breweries that are like outside the supermarket. Their beers are pretty good, or very good, you know. I mean, the calibre of breweries now in the UK, in UK supermarkets, is, you know, even like going back a few years ago, would be shocking to look, go ahead to the future. Yeah, we're gonna have like you know, Arbor in there, and Burnt Mill, which is another one of the beers from them, and Tual, and then going back even further, like 5 years ago, having Magic Rock. Obviously, Magic Rock have got the capacity now, with the financial backing and stuff, which I, you know, fair play to them. But now they're in the supermarket. Magic Rock in the supermarket, I still can't get my head around that. Like Brewdog Cloudwater collabs, Buxton, you know, breweries like this in the UK supermarkets is just like, what? I've not had them yet, so we'll come to them in another review. But Arbor, again, a great quality beer. Never had a bad beer from them on cask, in cans, on draft, whatever. A very underrated brewery. That was a long one, wasn't it? Back to this. A very easy drinking beer, not getting the alcohol at 6.9% ABV. It's pretty crazy. Body wise, yeah, I would just expect a little bit more thickness to the body. So in that regard, for the ABV, it's a little bit thin, as a certain guy in Pennsylvania over in the States would say. But overall, I mean, if you like your coffee, excuse me, bit of carbonation there. This is more of a milky chocolate as well, of course. I haven't even touched on that yet. It's definitely coffee above the milk chocolate, but it's present. It's there. You know, everything that says big bold writings on the front is there, which I don't mind. I don't mind that. Some beers out there, they say this and that, and it's like, well, where is it then? You know, and it's. I think sometimes if you're going to come out with statements on a product in kind of big bold writing, you have to deliver. You have to deliver. If you don't, then the whole kind of like credibility of that beer, and if it runs through multiple beers from that, say, brewery, the credibility just, you know, it's got to deliver. This is a long review for some reason. I'm in one of them chatty moods, I guess. In terms of a rating then, do you know what? I think this is a very pleasant beer. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10, which is a 3.75. It's very nice, but for me it just lacks a little bit more of that body. If the body was a little bit kind of more of a medium, upper medium body, this one, I mean, it's still fantastic, but it would be very good indeed. But yeah, check out the brewery, Arbor Ales. All the links down below. Over to Untapped then, 1,656 total check-ins, 300 on the nose in the last 30 days. 1,465 total ratings of this beer, then it's coming in at 3.77. So, you know, pretty much 300 in the last 30 days. Kind of that gives you an idea of the kind of weather we've had in the UK in the last 30 days. It's definitely been a bit more kind of like stout weather, if you do styles to weather, which I think a lot of people do. It's not really been kind of like a sours and gozers and Berliner Weisses and stuff like that. If you go by weather to style, I don't, but a lot of people do. Anyway, I'm really waffling on, I apologise. So let me know if I had this one from Arbor. This is their Café Crème, a coffee stout then at 6.5% ABV, available in M&S, the larger M&S's, not the smaller ones. I'll just throw that in there as well. So thanks to my good friend Saison Sai for picking me this one up a few weeks ago. Let me know what you think. Put your comments down below, and let me know if there's any other Arbor beers, not in supermarkets but from the brewery itself, you think I should be trying to get my hands on. I've found a few websites that I've got a lot of their beers on, and let me know down below, because I need to review some more from these guys, and I want to try the big old like 20-metre long cans, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching then. If you're new to the channel, if you watch this far, you may as well subscribe, that'd be really cool. Give us a thumbs up, always helps, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.